Hello everyone, this is Goofrey Gamer, aka Mr. Money, and I'm doing a Born of the Gods tournament draft. And here we go. Kinda just jumped into it, and it started firing, but I was able to pick the Thunderous Brute. It is a 5/5 for 6. And it has trample, but if tribute wasn't paid, it gains haste, so it could be a 5/5 trample haste. And then if they want to give it tribute 3, 8/8 trample. And archetype of aggression would follow my first pick, although my second pick was Weight of the Underworld. And then I did, pick up black so if I can get any kind of death touch rolling for me. Then this trample becomes pretty darn good. Other cards are 2/2 bear. Okay, so now we got asphyxiate. And I also like Ashiok's Adept, and Elite Skirmisher, although if Acolyte's Reward is more of a later pick, just because, but there is, Ashiok's Adept is good to stop the late game, and then cards like Elite Skirmisher, 3/1s, trade with the Ashiok's Adept, so that's something, but I think Asphyxiate being here is a good indicator that the two people to my side are not into black. And then we have Airy Worshipper, so we could, and then Chorus of the Tides. A 3/2 flyer is better than a 2/4 ground in most cases. Although Airy Worshipper having trample might be something. Ares Worshipper. Anyway. The Rollicker is good. But I think the best card is Ares Worshipper because it can pull you out of some tight situations. And then we got Farragax Giant and Black Oak of Honduras. It is a defender. Sphinx's Disciple. So we're not seeing much blue. Looks like blue's being drafted pretty heavily. But we do have Farragax Giant. So we'll take that. And then we could pass a Chorus of the Tides. And black is pretty picked clean. There's only one black card and it's not that great. But we do have Chorus of the Tides, which I like better than Nyxborn Rollicker. Especially since there's not that many heroic creatures. It is really only good as a 1/1. But Chorus of the Tides works with what we passed last. And I could take Whims of the Fates, but I'm not that deep. I'm not that deep in it. We get another Thunder Brute. We get another Chorus of the Tides. You can never have enough 3/2 flyers for 4. But then I think our 4 drops are going to be pretty heavy. We could take another Thunderous Brute. And Eternity Snare came back, and so did Weight of the Underworld. So maybe black isn't being drafted as heavily. It was just maybe one guy to my left. One guy to my, one guy away from my right was into something. But I'm feeling Eternity Snare. And then Peregrination came back and Sphinx's Disciple. I'm more hesitant to take the Sphinx's Disciple, but we could grab Ragemonger, and then we could do 3 colors, because that's fun. Okay, so black is really, really open. We can take the Faded. It's triple black, and Black Oak of Honduras might be easier to play. So, Unravel the Aether. Marsh Mist Titan. I'm gonna take Unravel the Aether. I would like it as a sideboard card in my black-green constructed. Karametra's Favor. Let's pass somebody else the Charging Badger. Hero of Leona Tower. Not as good as I want it to be. Could take another Asphyxiate and seal up some removal, but we've also got another Airy Worshipper, and we've also got Thunderous Might. But I feel like we could go black, red, and skip on the Thunderous Might, because there's nothing really... Well, we do have Archetype of Aggression. If we can somehow get that to have first strike with like a Rise to the Challenge. I feel like we're more black control. I like having the excuse me, the removal from black. We got past the Sudden Storm, but we also got past a Kragma War Butcher, and then we could do another Chorus of the Tides and see where we are from there. Ornithark is good. It is a Minotaur, and that would work a little well with a Ragemonger. Bile Blight, another removal, and there's not really much in red, and Sudden Storm is good in blue. So it's either, I mean, a lot of double black removal spells. And Sudden Storm, so the guy directly to my left isn't drafting blue, unless there was just a better blue card in the pack. Bile Blight's really just sticking out to me, other than Servant of Temerat. And Sudden Storm. But I have Eternity Snare, and I'd rather be a little bit more controlling than Sudden Storm with this deck. And we do have Retraction Helix and another Whims of the Fates. And then that'd be a good early bounce spell. And we do have Spiteful Return in black, and then Nyxborn Eidolon. I mean, I like the Spiteful Return better for its cheaper bestow cost, and then the opposing player does lose 2 life, so we can see that going well. So it looks like red is being drafted. There was just no draft. I mean, there's 3 black cards, 4 green cards. I mean, we could go early removal for the sideboard, but I would feel better about taking the creature. I mean, we could do 3 colors. I was tempted to take a blue-green Kiora's Follower. But that didn't work out well. I'll take the creature. Got another Eternity Snare, a Nyxborn Triton, which I think is what my deck would like, a 2/3 for 3. We don't really have any 2-drops, and we could take the Eye Gouge, but I like, again, the creature here. Now, I don't have very much that would target spell that deals damage to target opponent. In the Deepwater Hypnotist, or we could grab the Eidolon, because it could add a bit of oomph in the late game. I think we'll do that. Ooh. 1/1 that can't be blocked and nothing to put on it but a Nyxborn Triton or a Fellhide Brawler that is a Minotaur that I can cast for 1 after turn 3. Forlorn Sudama. Ugh. I'd rather have the 2-drop that I can attack with. Then Floodtide Serpent. That wouldn't really help with anything. And then Marsh Mist Titan. We'll try out the Marsh Mist Titan because we might need one of those. Another 2-drop. Or tap and scry 1. I feel like we might just be blue-black. I can't really tell what is open. It's just these are some funky packs. I'll take the claim. Why not? No, I'll cut the bigger creature. Deepwater Hypnotist. Whims of the Fates. Are we a Whims of the Fates deck? I took the Whims of the Fates, and no, I took the Deepwater Hypnotist. Sanguimancy. I have 1, 2, 3. I got a couple of those. 5 mana to draw a card if I'm at a stalemate. Oh, if only I was in green. I think I've been missing a card this whole draft. Got Drown in Sorrow for another removal spell. All creatures get -2, -2. And there's really no blue in the pack. If Asphyxiate comes all the way back, then I can assume that black is open. But I'm going to need to decide on a second color here soon. I am definitely mainly black. So here we got a whole bunch of nothing. We got divination, another sanguimancy, but nothing else. A fearsome temper could be good, um, but I'm thinking about cutting the archetype. Move to sideboard, and then we'll cut the thunderous brute as well. I mean, I can take the early removal spell. I was hoping to pick one of those up. We got a lot of double black going on for turn 3. And then we don't really need to splash the Kragma Butcher. But we do have 2 Minotaurs, so we don't really need to splash this either. And we don't really need to splash this either, if that's the case. So we're black and blue. But Eye Gouge is probably the best pick I can make. There's no black or blue creatures in there. And glad I picked up the Ares Worshipper when I did, because when I can get her in, she'll create some tokens for me. Now, Siren of the Fang Coast, or Siren of the Silent Song. I think we're going to go with the Silent Song Siren. Foil Spiteful Returned, I hope comes back, but I don't think we're probably gonna, I don't think we're gonna play Kraken of the Straits. Painseer, 2-drop Inspired, or another Asphyxiate. Well, drafts don't pay for themselves. And, hey, Spiteful returned. Now, I don't really have any enchantments that I could bring back. And these are good in multiples, so we'll go ahead with that. Eater of Hope is in my colors, and it's foil. And I am playing heavy black. I don't have very many. Well, actually, if I generate some tokens with Ares Worshipper, I can theoretically have removal on a stick. Faded Infatuation, or Crypsis, or another Minotaur. It requires me to attack in with him. Top 4 cards in your graveyard doesn't sound very good. But in Magical Christmas Land, I could put the War Chanter. Okay, so we got a Chorus of the Tides, an archetype of Finality. Well, actually, that could be good in our deck because of the Black Oak of Honduras, but I feel like the Flyer is a little bit better. We can just hope that the other one comes around. We're going to take another wait, and I don't think we'll be playing the Sanguimancy. Nyxborn Eidolon, welcome to my deck. Another Asphyxiate. A Grisly Transformation. So we have the removal deck from Hell. And we're not playing Sanguimancy. Got ourselves a couple bestow creatures, but I can't really see wanting to put those you know. Now, the question is, do I play Evanescent Intellect for the Ares Worshipper? I mean, I'm already trying to mill them with Siren. And I'll have some card draw. And since I'm pretty low on the curve, I might even want to get rid of another Weight of the Underworld. An Eternity Snare might even be a bit much. I can even cut the second Weight of the Underworld. And then we have Vile Blight. Ah, well, untap. Doesn't really sound like something we want in our deck, especially with such a low power level. But I like the 2 drops. I guess we'll cut that and cut this, because we already got so much removal. Vile Blight, 3 Asphyxiates, Weight of the Underworld, and we're very, very heavy black. And we only need 1 blue card for all of our other cards. I mean, we can separate this into spells and whatnot. Spells and all that good stuff. I don't know why it does that, but let's see where we are. Grizzly Transformation. I mean, I could put that on the Siren and draw a card from it, or I could put it on Ashiok's Adept. Matter of fact, Ashiok's Adept doesn't sound like it's gonna be that great. I could drop another Asphyxiate just for the time being, and then these could be played on 5. For not much. And then Spiteful Returned could be played on turn 4. Do I really need more than 2 Asphyxiate? Do I bring in Asphyxiate? I don't really I mean, I have a little defense. Weight of the Underworld only deals with so much, and I'm not really worried about their power level. So I will bring in the other Asphyxiate. And 13-4? I can dig that. Not really trying to get so much blue mana. And I think that's it. So, we will see you guys for round 1, game 1. Thank you for watching.